Facebook. Yada, yada, yada. Sorry, there was a technical glitch that wasn't letting me go live in Midwest Box Breaks, which I know is where all of y'all purchase these spots. So when do you get the notification there? So I had to do some back end work to make that work. So just when I thought I was going to be on time, this happened. And then I also realized as I'm in the middle, so first off, I got to do, getting that belly shot there. I got to get my backup camera going so that, gosh forbid, there's any problems with the internet here in Omaha, Nebraska, which of course never happens. Never happens that we have problems with the internet in Nebraska and 100-year-old houses with this Cox cable that's out here. So I got to move that around and I got to grab the case. But we are getting really, really close. I do have my you know what these things are called, my top loaders and my penny sleeves. And let me get that Tootsie Roll. No, let me get let me get my backup camera going, and then let me go grab the case, and we don't have to have a whole lot of ado, so to speak. The old much ado about nothing does not need to occur. We just need to get ripping, right? Rippity rip rips. Okay, so we've got the wide angle there, which means I'll put this up here so I can follow along on Twitter. Hey, Lunchbox Special. Don't worry, I will tell you the trick. Obviously, there are no guarantees. Sorry, I'm trying to get activated, and it's so sleepy. K-Dub just tweeted me, it's a trap. Yeah, because I said that I might actually do this break on time. And then, of course, that wasn't. You want old people and the teenagers, right? Yep. I don't know what that means, but yep, sure. All right. So this is going to be on over here to be able to capture the break. This up here, we want this on ISO so that I can check who bought things as we hit stuff. Hopefully that'll be cool. Hey, I see myself live. Am I the only one live? Did NoFlow canned it? NoFlow finished? We want sales so that we can check out sales. I'll move that over here so it's on that side of the screen. Lower that, lower that, lower that. Okay, so we got, all right, so I'm going to go grab the case. NoFlow did one break here for the Ivan flow. There is some flow going on right there with that. I need a haircut. Got some important meetings coming up this week. All right, so I'm going to start this. Oh, no, that one was already recording. Let me restart that. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me go get the case. Where is the case? Team USA Baseball? No. That's two. Is it over here? This might be it. Yes. Case is over here. All right. So we have the case. Now that we have the case, what's up, Bert and Big Daddy Hen? All right, so I got the case. The case exists. All that stuff back there on the printer. Whew, what a night. What a day. It is always and always. All right, so quick ground rules. Once we start the rip, I'll flip the camera around. It'll be over there. Let me actually connect to Twitter real quick. So once we start the rip, I will flip the camera around. Let me pull up the Twitter so I can also watch for comments there. I'll flip the camera around. We'll keep the boxes in view. We'll do the rip there. I'll try to go fast because it is Chrome, so it should be relatively simple. That said, I've mentioned a few times, I live in an old house. I live in Omaha, Nebraska now, which has Cox as their internet provider, and they stink. So there's always a chance the internet could go out here. Well, don't worry. Unconnected to the internet, I have a secondary camera that'll be on the desk at all times. So God forbid we do have an internet issue, there will be a backup. I'll be able to post the backup on YouTube, on Facebook, probably not on Twitter because they don't allow 2.5 hour long videos. Hopefully this doesn't take 2.5 hours. What's the over under on how long this is going to take? What's up, Rudy Glove? I see you over there on Twitter watching. But yeah, so I just like to point that out. Also, if somehow we hit a card that does not exist on the checklist, we would then random that between everybody that had a spot. If we somehow hit like a duel or something that wasn't on the checklist, it would go between the two people that had those spots. If we hit something that's not on the checklist, I don't think there's anything like that in here, but just in case, setting the ground rules now. Let's get to ripping. So, actually, all right. So now let's move this right over here. Remember, we got the backup video going on over there also. So this is the one time when it's a little bit fluffy because there just isn't enough space on the desk for these cases. I need to get a giant arm for my phone so I can have it like hanging over. Oh, also I see people are bidding on our soccer case breaks. Nice. All right. So this is 12 boxes of Chrome. So everybody in here got a steal. First off, I can tell you that based on at least what the boxes cost from Tops. This is your break. This is definitely your break. And I will tell you in a few minutes also. I teased it in the Break Club Discord, which if you're not part of the Break Club Discord, you should definitely check it out. No spot in this should have gone for less than $5. Probably no spot should have gone for less than $12. And I'll tell you why a little bit later. But for now, there we go. There's our 12 boxes we're going to get ripping into. Real quick, while I get this going, also tell me who you have in this break, because there's a lot of bids that came in. There were a flurry of bids. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of names, but let's get hype. If you're in this break with a player, drop who they are in the chat. If you're watching on Twitter, drop some of those hearts, maybe a retweet and share. Tell your friends we're going to have some fun. There should be some, at least the print run is low enough. We should see some sort of cool color in this, right? Should be very, very fun to rip regardless of anything. That said, share it. If you're watching on Twitter, also, you can actually back out and click the link that's in the, if you hit me at 1 of 1, I'm sending you a breaker care package. Thank you, Bert Gummer on ISO. Oop, let me make sure that volume is turned down. I think I got Daniela Hunchachova, said Chalupa Batman. Taylor Preston and Stefan Edberg, says Colt. I want to hit a 101. That would be so much fun. 11 players starting with Drysdale, said Bert Gummer. Misaki Doi, says Harrison, MVH. I used to know a Misa Doi. I don't believe that she was a professional tennis player, though. So when I saw Misaki Doi, I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. Who in here knows enough about tennis to educate us on these players as we hit them? I would love that. I'm a tennis fan, but as you may or may not know, this checklist is equal parts deep and shallow. So, as in, it's not the crazy greatest checklist. It's part of why the case break was as cheap to get into as it was, which hopefully you all found it accessible and fun. I do remember Martina Hingis. I wish I had more time. Oh, was Misaki on the team that got canceled? Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. I didn't seem like that was the greatest. I know some people were very upset about that. I do know Pete Sampras used to go into a restaurant that I worked at in LA all the time and was a very nice gentleman. And yeah, Joker and Nadal hanging on by a thread, or a hip in Nadal's case. I like that Cat Dad cards. Now waiting for the new king to be crowned. I thought Andy Murray was going to be that new king, and then he just wasn't. I'm really bummed that they didn't have him in here, though. That would have been pretty cool to have. Francesca Jones and Hannah Mandlikova. I do know one of the signers in this, Fru Hamilton, is like 82 years old. 3-time Wimbledon champion. And I'll bet you his spot went for super cheap. Everything was fine until the other team demanded it. Oh, man. So it was like it wasn't even an issue, and then the other team got all issue-y. All right, well, let's have some fun. Pablo Andujar, Katie McNally, right out the bat. First colored card is legend. Greatest female tennis player of all time until Serena came along, right? Martina Navratilova, numbered to 199, number 36 of 199. Sole player ever to have been ranked number 1 in both singles and doubles for at least 200 weeks apiece. She piled up 167 victories. Sorry, it's fun to read and learn a little bit. So who had the Navratilova spot? That looks like that was Darren. DST. DST, you watching? Darren, are you in here? Is that, oh, that's Shemp Taylor, right? Nice. Congrats, Shemp Taylor. First hit of the box. All right, so we got base. So I've done enough Chrome now that I think I might have a simplified organizing system that should help us save some time. Look at that. Who was just talking about Francesca Jones, that they had her? That is our next colored card. Number 101 out of 125. Out of Bradford, Great Britain. 6 years pro. Highest ranking is 153. Biggest names in here. Big players we're looking for. Coco Gauff, who just moved on at the French Open to the quarterfinals. We have a Ziegenfuss Rings of Honor. Valerie Ziegenfuss. Original 9. We have an Emerson Rings of Honor. Arthur Fields, I know that his spot did pretty well. John Newcomb, Judy Dalton, and here we go, David Hall. What is this? Non-numbered? Okay. So, cool border, but non-numbered. Pete Sampras 1/1 Superfractor would be nice. Clay Court Parallels. Thank you, Bert Gummer. Bert, I feel like you've probably ripped, or been in the most rips, I should say, the most of this product, if that's fair. Mackie McDonald, Refractor. Francis Tiafoe, our first one of those. He's the top U.S. player in this. Look at that, Pete Sampras Aces. So our first Aces insert. Are these, how common are these? They don't print the odds on them anymore. Are they 1 per box? Are they 1 in every 4 packs? Unnumbered, multiple per box. That's the Clay Court Parallels, I assume you're still talking about, right? Not the Aces, or is it the Aces? Francois Durr, Ken Rosewall. Then we got a Bob Bryan, Clay Court Parallels. Roy Emerson, Guillermo Carnes. First Pete Sampras. Hannah Mandlikova is a refractor. Simona Halep. Her highest singles ranking ever was 1 out of Romania. So former number 1 in the world. Lunchbox special has Helena Sukova and Monique Kalman-Vandenbosch, and a few other spots probably. Rosie Casals, Martina Hingis. Here we have a Pam Shriver refractor. Had a pair of, Mike McGill says, I had a pair of pretty sweet Andre Agassi Nike Airs around 1990. Battle of the Baselines. That looks like Sampras and Michael Chang. Nice little insert there. Base, David Hall, Laszlo Terry. Then we have an Aces, Simona Halep also. It's probably all I have to contribute to the tennis conversation, McGill adds. It's okay, McGill. David Hall, Refractor. Carrie Melville Reed, Madison Keys. Alex Demineur, Refractor. Ann Lee, Billie Jean King, our first one of her. Butch Buchholz, Sabine Lasecki, and a Chris Evert, Aces. So the Aces are not one per box. That's our third so far. Richard Gasquet, Conchita Martinez, and we have an autograph in the very first box. Remember, autographs are not one per box, I don't believe. Sui Hasai, numbered to 50. So a refractor auto numbered to 50 of the 20-year pro, whose highest doubles ranking of all time is number 1, Sui Sui. Who had that spot? Just I-E-H. That's S. Maroney. Congratulations, S. Maroney. Not sure if you're watching or not, but where's a little stand? All right, we'll put that up there on display. Numbered to just 50, remember. There's our first Coco Gauff. That's Bendeji. We have a Madison Keys refractor, Michael Chang, and Christy Pigeon to round out the box. So, awesome auto at the very start. Can we go even further? I know one thing that's going to be a challenge is everybody wants to see an Emma Raducanu auto. She's the only player that is on the checklist as auto only. So if we don't hit one, that spot will get one of my Topps Now cards as a replacement. I also know that's one of the top spots. So love to be able to hit an auto for that spot. 2 packs left in that box. Some free styrofoam. So, Bert Gummer, I know you've watched a lot of breaks of this. Or have you watched them, or have you just waited for your mail days to show up? How many autos per case have you been seeing? And are the base refractors always numbered? Usually 5 or 6 per case? Okay, so that's nice. Not like 2 or 3, hopefully, will be our experience. But again, one of the reasons I thought this product would be fun for a case break is it seemed like the print run was just a little bit lower than we're used to now in other products, which is always something nice. Remember with F1, that ended up being huge. People underestimated that product. Raducanu is out of 199 for the base refractor. All others that Bert Gummer has seen have been out of 50. And hopefully we'll see 1 or 2 even lower numbered autos. Or hopefully we'll see one of those 199s. Why not both, right? Or what if we hit a Raducanu orange to 25 and then save the refractors for all the out of 50s? Yes, that's what I figured. I figured this product would at least hold some value simply because of that. But apparently people are so down on the checklist that I won't complain because we're all having fun. We got 20 plus, maybe 30 plus people watching. But yeah, this was way down from even cost. So thank you for helping keep my week not a total loss. But man, this product has not fared well when it comes to the wax side. So you know what? Let's go. Let's do this. Let's destroy this product by hitting the 1 of 1 Coco Gauff Superfractor Auto. Let's just destroy the product here, shall we? Who's with me on that? All right, got to get my glasses back on now. All right, Masaki Doi, Aces Ram, Rajiv Ram, Richard Gasquet, On Lee, Nick Bollettieri. Might have passed a refractor in there somewhere, but maybe I didn't. Gustavo Kuerten, Gigi Fernandez. There we go. Refractor, Pete Sampras. That's the tennis ball up there, not Schmutz. Thought it was Schmutz for a minute. So congrats to the Pete Sampras spot. Just got a little refractor action. See who that was. Pete Sampras. Looks like it is Stephen Smith. Congrats, Stephen Smith. What's up, Coy? How are you doing? Oh, I see blue. I am not very good at reveals, so we just all saw Nadia Podoroska blue refractor. Numbered to 99. So congrats to the Nadia Podoroska spot. Hitting a blue to 99. We got another one of those clay court parallels of Nicolas Basilashvili, Roy Emerson, Katie McNally. Refractor, Tiago Sebuth Wild. It's real quiet in here. We're not even making fun of Ivan for butchering tennis names. Simona Halep. Here we go. Classic speckle refractor. John Newcomb there. Raise your hand if you had the Newcomb spot. Both number 1 singles and number 1 doubles at some point in his life. It's pretty cool. Out of Australia. So that's a cool refractor for a fan. Mackie McDonald. Oh, look at that. Taylor Preston. Who was in here to mention? Was that you, Lunchbox Special? Someone was in here. Mentioned they had the Taylor Preston spot that was watching. So there we go. We have hit an auto of Taylor Preston from Australia. In fact, we hit the first one. 01 out of 50. 01 out of 50, Taylor Preston. So second auto in a row. Second auto, second box. All right. Ken Rosewall refractor. Colt. Nice. eBay 101. Congrats, Colt. Nice little dealio there. I bought some cards from you on ISO yesterday. You bought into some spots with me today. Hit an auto. eBay 1 of 1. Lucy Safarova. Refractor. Looks like a refractor battle of the baselines. Yeah, so it looks like battle of the baselines means, yep, these will have to be random, huh? Ay. Upgraded me to priority shipping? Oh, man. You definitely did not need to do that. I'm not in that much of a rush on PC cards. I appreciate it, though, sir. Newcomb Ring of Honor. Newcomb non-Ring of Honor. Okay, come on, Topps. If you're going to do a set like this and be this lazy, get a second picture for the insert. My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, it's not a parallel. Make it a Ring of Honor parallel if you're going to use the same picture. Am I alone in that? Is that just all of my other frustrations in life coming out on one small detail? Mark Woodfro refractor. Or do y'all agree? Don't duplicate the picture for an insert in the same product. Risk Advisor says she's 17 or something. Yeah, so Taylor Preston is an up-and-comer. Probably one of those few overlooked spots really on this checklist. Francis Tiafo. We have a Coco Gauff Aces. Congrats there for Steven. Yeah, the SP image should not be in the next product down the line either. One more clay. Rosie Casals clay refractor in box number 2. All right, so we are cooking along here. So we've hit 2 autos now. First box, we hit a Suwai Husai. And then second box, we hit a Taylor Preston auto. Yeah, like, come on. You had 3 years to make this product. You could come up with 2 photos and only 100 people on the checklist. Well, 101. So, come on. Least we could do. Just a reminder while you're here, this was all ripped in the Midwest Box Breaks marketplace on ISO. So big thanks to Midwest Box Breaks, who also supplied the case. I bought the case from Ben. So if you start getting emails about other stuff that's going on there, that's because this was from the Midwest Box Breaks marketplace. If you want real up-to-the-minute updates, Midwest Box Breaks has a Discord called Break Club, which is for all collectors. It's not just about breaks, just for collectors. You can join that Discord. I think it's at the link in the Midwest Box Breaks marketplace. If not, you can follow them on Twitter and join that way. Or how do you search Discord? Can you search Discord? Just search Discord for Break Club and see if that pops up. Is there a way to search Discord? Wikipedia? You mean Getty Images? You're supposed to use Getty Images, I thought. Does that apply to tennis also? Buster Buttcheek just joined the Twitter feed. Hello, Buster Buttcheek. Cannot believe that is actually your real name. The internet, always winning. Whether we want it to or not, the internet is always winning. All right. Yep, this is the dead space. And I have to fill the air. Fill the air with things to say. Actually, give me 1 second. Gotta search a thing. Oh, is Jason watching? Is Jason Pike watching? If Jay Pike is watching, you actually had failed payment on the Madison Keys spot, so make sure that you go check your cart. It should be in there. Hey, look at that. Nice Chris Everett refractor. John P. just joined. What's up, John P.? Good to see you, my man. You got any spots in this, John P.? The notifications fly so fast when these auctions are ending. I can't keep track of who has what. Virginia Wade and Billie Jean King baselines. Cool, man. We are having fun. We're ripping, we're sleeving. There's Rod Laver. I feel like that's the first time we've seen him. The court at USC is named after him, where I used to have tennis class over 20 years ago. Man, I'm freaking old. It's all downhill from here. Virginia Wade, Michael Chang, Aces, Max Purcell, Roy Emerson, Pablo Andujar. There's Fru McMillan. I was talking about earlier. I think I called him Fru Hamilton, but it's Fru McMillan. Shut up, youngster. That's my Burt Gummer impression. Although we've never actually met in person. Burt, I'm still bummed about that. Do you still have my Bowman hits from that break like 2 years ago? I can't even remember. 2019 draft. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That's LA for you. Yeah, we'll meet up one day. We'll meet up someday. Then I never did. There's a Noah Ring of Honor. Francis Tiafoe. Never opened the box. It's still sitting there in the old school Houdini wrapping, whatever he was sending stuff in 5 years ago. It's all good, my brother. One of these days, man. Oh, I think that's our first Monique Kalkman Vandenbosch that we've seen. Stan Smith. I feel like it's the first Stan Smith we've seen too. There's a Bob Bryan refractor. California Bob Bryan. Another Coco Gauff Aces. Huge cardboard box. Taking up space. I'm sorry, man. Oh, so much to do, so little time. Francois Durr. Clay Court refractor parallel. We have a Rafter Aces. Pat Rafter. Peaches Bartkowitz refractor. Turned pro in 1970. Contributor to the International Tennis Hall of Fame in 2001. And here's our refractor. Our purple refractor is Gregor Dimitrov, numbered to 199. Oh, I see green coming up. Could it be a green auto or just a green parallel? Oh, look at that. Now that's cool because green is the color of tennis. There are no green autos. A man can dream. Is that the closest thing to a color match you get in tennis is the green parallel, numbered to 75. Pete Sampras, highest singles ranking, #1, Hall of Famer, American legend. Can we go that far with Pete Sampras as to call him a legend? From Palos Verdes, California. Nice. Congrats to the Pete Sampras spot. White parallel. Ooh, that would be cool if we can see one of those. Finally, a men's youngster, Juan Manuel Cerundolo. And looks like we have an Aqua coming up also. Aqua Stan Smith. Do they call him Aqua in this? Numbered to 150. Stan Smith, International Tennis Hall of Fame. Little logo up there. Pretty cool. All right. So no auto that box, but we did hit the green Pete Sampras. I got to migrate these to the sorting trays, so give me a minute. It seemed like about 3 boxes is what we can stack before we got to go sorting tray with these. 3 boxes is the safe stack. And then I will keep the numbered the autos over here for recap. See, I'm getting a system. I'm learning how to do this. Nice shoes. Thank you. You didn't even see my feet. What are you talking about? Just kidding, Risk Advisor. I know you were talking about the tennis players. Alrighty, here we go. Stan Smith Adidas. Ah, gotcha. All right, let's put these up here. Get them ripped. There's a Dave T box, not a Houdini box. Oh, man. There's a name I've not heard in a long time. Bert, have you seen any breaks pull a super yet? Like, I know I've seen supers. I feel like I saw one super posted on Instagram, but have you actually watched a super get pulled? Oh, sweet. Sweet, except it means we can't pull it, but that's okay, because we're going to pull the Coco Gauff super auto, right? Conchita super is pulled. super auto, I should say. Make sure words and accuracy are very important. If you see a card and you call it a patch and other people don't think it's one, you will get booted off of the hobby. That's one I've always said is like silly that people like have this definition of patch. Like a patch is something you can sew onto clothing. So any relic is a patch in my mind. I get that y'all want to call chunky things patches, but like it's still a patch, even if it's just a basic piece. Risk Advisor says the Everett. Oh no, that's Burt Gummer. My eyes are just crossed. Risk Advisor got a Gigi Fernandez auto out of 10 in one of his 2 boxes from MBB. There's Alexander Bublik, number 1 in Kazakhstan. David Geffen. We have a Rod Laver Aces. Rod Laver Base. Cliff Drysdale. Clay Parallel. Brad Parks. We seem to have hit a completely different run because I have not seen any of these names so far. So I had no idea that we were on that much of a run with the other boxes, but here we are. Bernard Pera. Bernard Pera, numbered to 199. Bernard Pera, sorry. Very nice. High five. Is that you, Bert? You got the Pera spot? Mike Bryan, Juan Ignacio. Oh, I see blue coming up. Mark Woodford, blue, number 299. Was at one point the number 1 ranked doubles player in the world, or one of the 2, I should say. Oh, and that was about number 1 in Kazakhstan. Gotcha. Okay. Christina McHale, Lise Mertens, Pigeon Ring of Honor for Christy Pigeon. Madlikova. Here's a Stan Smith. Oh, that's a different picture, isn't it? We'll have to wait and find another Stan Smith when we can. David Gauff, Clay Court Parallel. I want to get some better names with our Clay Court Parallels. Brad Parks Refractor. Sorry, Brad Parks. Smith Court Aces. Oh, I see red. We don't think it could be an auto, do we? Halep non-auto super sold on eBay. Stitch non-auto super is on eBay. Stick or Stitch? Do we think this next one could possibly be an auto? Red. Not an International Tennis Hall of Fame. No logo up there. Oh, no, wait, maybe. Rings of Honor. That is pretty. Look at that shiny card. Red refractor. Rings of Honor for the Navratilova spot. Sweet, sweet card. Great color combo, Colt mentions. I agree. If you're watching on Twitter, give that some hearts and share it. Somebody screenshot that and post it in the Discord. Yep, 4 of 5. 4 of 5. Martina Navratilova. Whomst had that spot? We got to go back to the tape and check. There's a few Martinas. That was Shimp Taylor. Shimp Taylor, you still watching? I know you were watching earlier. I hope you're still watching, buddy. Congrats. I know it's going late. It's going slow. It's tennis. If you're not watching, that's going to be a fun surprise mail day. Or it might get spoiled on social media, and that's fine too. It happens. Squawk fan just joined. What's up? Charles Passerelle refractor. How did Navratilova end lower than Hingis? That is funny. Oh well, that's the life of the auctions. Battle of the Baselines. Rod Laver and Ken Rosewall. These seem to be 1 per box. Is that sort of accurate? Is that what we're seeing? Just Kicks here, Yahoo.com just joined. Welcome. There's a Diminuer Aces, Rosie Casals. And same box, Navratilova Refractor. Sweet. Somebody's out of top sleeves, penny sleeves, penny loaders. Give me 3 seconds. Let me migrate to the supplies. All right. Here we go. So this has been a good box for the Navratilova spot. Refractor and that number to 5 Rings of Honor. Woo! Look at that. All-time legend. And again, stunned seeing, because again, I wasn't really paying attention during the auction ending. You just get busy, trying to put the kids to bed so I can get this ripped. Oh, more Diminuer. That's, you are Diminuer. Diminar. Why does that pack? Is that a special pack? I think we might have to open that pack. Oh, no, it's just crimped. It's just the bottom is at the top. Well, I still think we need to open that pack separately from the rip of all the rest, right? You ever seen one of these packs? The bottom is on the top pack. Let's see if that's a lucky pack or if we're just going to get hit by the same. Sort of. Had a parallel in it. Hanna Mandlikova. Aqua. Yep, open for science. And it had a parallel, but nothing too much more exciting. I'm going to top load this Navratilova before I accidentally knock it over. In fact, we're going to put it in just that's slightly thicker. That refractoriness is just slightly thicker. So, boom. All right, so that card is taken care of. Jennifer Brady and Peaches Bartkowitz. Round that out. All right, but now we're going to just do the rippy rips on the rest of these packs. Get them open. Sorry for the anticlimactic Mandlikova rip on that pack. Just noticed it had a funny looking edge to it color-wise. Thought it was worth checking. Goats Card Breaks. What's up? Eloy in the house. How you doing, Eloy? Have you ripped any of this Topps Chrome Tennis yet? Lunchbox Special likes it. Thank you, Lunchbox Special, for approving of my methods. If you approve of my madness, I'll be even happier. But I like to think that my methods have methodology to them. Oh, sweet. Well, if you look up there, we hit a number to 5 red Martina Navratilova. Oh, nice. Lunchbox Special has Mandlikova, so of course approves of my methods and madness. Good. $22 friends in ISO checking us out. It's nice to see. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I'm hopeful that my sorter will be able to come over tomorrow and help me speed this out. Still got the last spots of my Star Wars break to get out also. We are rolling. We're rolling breaks here. We also have a Donruss Soccer Pick Your Player break. No, autos are less than 1 per box. So far, we've hit 2 out of 4 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, right. We've hit 2 out of 4 boxes so far. There is an Austin Aces, Tracy Austin. So it's more akin, Jan Codes. Base, Francis Tiafoe, Pete Sampras, Ken Rosewall. Ooh, full run here with no refractors even, or inserts. Thank you, Topps. Jennifer Brady, refractor. Battle of the Baselines, Conchita Martinez and Martina Hingis. All autos are numbered to 50 or less. That is true, except for the Emma Raducanu autos, which are start at numbered to 199. I only know that because Bert Gummer in the chat told me, so I don't want to take too much credit and sound too smart. I'm learning as y'all learn. We're learning together. Rom Aces, Pam Shriver, Bernard Pera, Madison Keys base, Taylor Preston base, which is one of the autos that we hit. Stefan Edberg aces, Arthur Fills. We got a blue coming up. Blue Lucy Safarova, numbered to 99, number 12 of 99 from the Czech Republic, 20-year pro. At one point was the number one doubles ranked player in the world and got all the way up to 5 on the singles. Oh, I see another cool color. Another color that looks like red. I don't want to get jealous or greedy. Maybe it's orange. Might be orange. Maybe an orange auto. Here's a clay court Frew McMillan. Those are non-numbered. Okay, so yeah, it's actually orange, and it is an International Tennis Hall of Fame player from the logo. Will it be an auto? Yes, it will. Donald Dell, orange auto. It's going to be numbered to 25. The old black and white. That's how much of a legend we're talking here. First time signing a card in a real set. It's the last off the line, 25 out of 25. Highest singles ranking of all time was 5th. Was an International Tennis Hall of Fame class of 2009 as a contributor. So announcer? Coach. Announcer, I'm guessing. So congrats. Donald Dell, who had that spot? That was Gummer, right? Is that you, Gummer? There's no way. That's so annoying. I'm going to have to talk to somebody. Yeah, there we go. It is. It was Gummer. Congrats, Gummer. It doesn't show me username. It just shows me Gubnet name when I click on that. So Navratilova, Rings of Honor. Coco Gauff. Conchita Martinez. Lin Zhu, refractor. Christy Pigeon and Harold Mallett. All right, we're going to give you the same treatment with the slightly thicker top loader. Sorry, they're a little dusty, but that way it doesn't do any damage to the card. So sweet. So that's our first high numbered auto, low numbered auto, right? Echo. A player, but first tennis agent. Interesting. Did the big time players back in the day. Co-founded the ATP. I'm guessing echo has to do with saying the same things. Hopefully, please tell me if there is echo on my audio. If there's any problem on my audio, tell me. Actually, first thing I will say, if you say there's echo on my audio, gosh, the Midwest, it's rubbing off on me. If you tell me there's echo on the audio, first thing I'm going to say is thank you for watching on 2 different devices at the same time. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, I hear you, Eloy. I'm just teasing. You know how it is when you're ripping in the abyss, filling airtime. Ooh, I see another orange at the very bottom of this pile. And especially love it, hate it, like it or not, tennis has a little more airtime to fill than perhaps a more well-known sport. Also, Jay Pike, are you watching out there? Jay Pike is watching. The keys spot payment failed, so we still need you to pay for that. Or else I will drop the band hammer? No, I don't know. I will eat your cards for breakfast on live video. Storytime Flores should have been the name, not... Oh, I see. Storytime Flores should have been the name, not Goat Flores. You got to fill that space. So actually, I do have a story time for you. Who all is watching? Wave at me if you're watching. I promised the Discord, at least, the Break Club Discord. I'm going to give y'all a hack. If you bought your spots in this and you're like, I don't know what this is, but I got all these spots. It'd be nice if I could make a little bit of money back on what I spent. I'm going to tell you the hack and why no spot in this break should have gone for less than at least $5. Now, a few spots ended up going less than $5. Pretty sure they all went for $4 or more, so that's pretty impressive. So I'm still going to give you the hack that I promised. And I'm going to hope that I keep my job giving you this hack, because this hack does have a dirty word in it. Dirty word is eBay. Now, I love ISO. I work for ISO. I think ISO is building something unique you can't get anywhere else. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to ignore features that we don't have, that some other sites have, that can help you with some things. Example, I would not expect you to sell a Topps Now card, base card, on ISO for a significant profit if it's just an average base card. I have a hack where you can sell those for significant profit on eBay, because eBay has a really cool feature. They have two cool features that combine to make this product worthwhile to jump into, especially the way that y'all jumped into it, which is a player case break for cheap, which is they have the international shipping program, which is so easy to do. Michael Chang Aces. You just click a button and your items can be sold to people in, say, Germany. Fun fact, I notice, because I do research all day long, so please listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. I do research all day long. I noticed that when Topps posted this product, they posted on Topps US, which has 330,000 followers on Instagram, and it got like 40 likes. They posted on Topps Germany. It's actually tops.de for Deutschland. I didn't, Burt Gummer, but we'll get to that in a second. On Topps DE, which has like 30,000 followers, and it got almost 300 likes. So the audience for this product is not necessarily US focused. Bearded Vet Danny just jumped in just in time to get the hack. So you want to make sure that if you're posting like the base cards, that you're posting somewhere that has international as an option, right? For most of these, for a lot of these. Can't combine shipping anymore on auctions? Ooh. Well, it's a good thing that we're not going to list these at auction, because that would also probably be a mistake. Maybe the Navratilova would be fine to list at auction, but the rest of these I would not. Martina Hingis. Now, there is another feature that they have. Yeah, for international. Sorry. I understood that. I didn't say it out loud, though. I forgot. I gotta be careful. There's another feature they have, which is called promoted listings. Now, I get people all the time that say, oh, the fees, though, the fees. We all like to complain about fees, whether it's ISO, whether it's eBay, whether it's MySlabs. Well, the fee doesn't actually include the payment processing. Yeah, Steffi cards, right? Steffi on this checklist? So here's the thing. Would you pay a higher fee if your card sold for substantially more? So I'll tell you what you can do is you can list your cards, buy it now or make offer, Make sure international shipping is turned on. And then, list a single card that other people have at $1 or $1.99. List it at $5 and set the promoted fee to 12%. Your total fee is going to be like 25%. But if you sell a card for $5 and your total fee is 25%, that still means that your net is $3.25 plus whatever your shipping cost is that helps with that. And anybody that searches for that card is going to see your card first because you're paying eBay more money to promote it. So that said, you're in a break. You're going to get 6 of this card or 4 of this card. We'll create a listing. Another Pete Sampras parallel. Congrats to the Sampras spot. Is that Chimp Taylor? So that's a blue number to 99. We also had a green number to 75 that was hit. So that is how, if you get 5 or 6 of these cards plus 1 refractor, you can relatively simply aim to get your money back and some, especially at the price that these spots went for, because of the advantage of international plus promotion. So again, so that said, I never want to hear anybody complain about fees. Fees only matter if you're not getting eyeballs or if you're not selling. That's when fees start to matter, or when you're having to cut costs to sell. So there's another website where you have to cut costs a lot to get things to sell because there's no promotion feature. So if you put Tops Now cards, for example, and again, this isn't talking crap, I hope nobody's taking it that way. I have over 10,000 cards at ComC. I would never, although I've made this mistake, send a base Tops Now card that's not like a low print rookie to ComC because it's a race to the bottom and there's no way to promote it up higher. So it's just understanding with each card where should really be the home for it. So I hope this can be taken in the spirit that my Twitter feed of the last 12 years has been, which is education and not trying to sway you from one place to another. We have an orange coming up. Will this be another orange auto? Hat. Anna Ivanovic, non-auto, orange refractor, number to 25. ComC shipping is fine as long as you pay the 35 cents for a top loader. Thanks, Slinky. See? So, but I hope that helps for all of you who were wondering, what can I do with these cards? Billie Jean King. Casal's Ring of Honor. Yeah, or buy a whole bunch of cards so that they box it. Slinky, I love you. You know I love you, Slinky. Slinky is my lunch date anytime I show up in Phoenix. All right. Migrating these over here to the sorting trays. To the sorting trays we go. I'm going to keep the numbered cards listed here. We got the autos and the sleeved cards. Refractors. Aces. Battle lines. Rings of Honor. All right. Did I have Anna? Well, I mean, like if you're buying one card, like I bought a $97 card on there to ship the other day. Anna is EW, Risk Advisor. Are you EW? I think that is you, right? Yep. Awesome. Congrats. Yeah, that Anna is yours. Anna Ivanovic, number to 25. But yeah, I hear you. If you're doing like a bunch of $3 cards, yeah, just get 100 of them so they get a nice little box. They'll be fine. But Slinky, we've bullied you enough already in these last 2 minutes. Your turn to retort. Tell us your ComC shipping experience. That's the thing. Who here, actually, let me ask this. Anybody here not understand ISO and what we're building on ISO? Because I'm more than happy to talk about that. I was actually in a chat earlier with some people, and they were like, they're like, well, we hope it doesn't turn into this thing that didn't really work out in the hobby a while back. And I'm like, well, yeah, maybe I haven't explained clearly enough to you what it is, because there really is no danger of it turning into that thing. I wish ComC was better. No comment. Like I said, I use ComC. There's the thing that I wish ComC was that it's really not. And that's fine. That's their business. But again, that's why I really love the chance that I have for ISO. Oh, Colt. Yeah, Colt, it was you that was saying that. How funny. Full circle. They haven't added features in years. Have 10K cards there. Yes, I also have 10K cards there. We are brothers in that, Risk Advisor. Really Real Josh B just joined on the Twitter stream. Hey, Really Real Josh B. Good to see you. ISO does evolve. In fact, just today I was playing. If you go, oh man, I'm gonna invite Terror. Who's ready for me to invite Terror? I'm gonna tell y'all in the chat the secret room. It's not quite secret. Make money without touching the card. Yeah, the amount of 27-cent cards that I have bought and flipped for 53 cents is staggering. I don't know that I've actually made money though. Risk Advisor, is that in the app? Next time you see that, which hopefully will be Wednesday with my soccer auctions. Did you see my soccer auctions? Soccer auctions, is that the way you say it? Yeah, I have soccer auctions ending in 2 nights, so I don't know who else has stuff ending or what, but if you have not bid yet, screenshot that and please put it in the ISO Discord, because things like that are much more effective coming from users than they are from me. But I was going to tell you all the secret place. So if you go to the WTB marketplace on the web, you will actually see a non-live, well, it's live, but it's not in a live stream chat. So iso.gg/WTB marketplace, you can start chatting. That's the first evolution for you there, Colt. Colt, you still awake? I feel like that was you that said you might fall asleep before the breaks even ended. The auctions ended. But you were in here just a second ago. Leandro Rydell, Clay, Anna Ivanovich, Refractor. Is that gold or clay coming up? I feel like it might be gold. Gold. Did a poor reveal on that. Just threw it right in your face. Gold. Tiago Saybuth Wild. Yeah, you can chat here for sure. But I'm saying once this is done being live, so imagine it. So it's not actually active in the MBB marketplace yet. But imagine I stop being live and the chat just continues in a place built for chat. That's evolution 1. So one of the things that oftentimes gets a little bit misconstrued about ISO is people just see it as a selling platform. And that's because the team built the selling tools first. Like we needed the tools to be the basis and the backbone. The team comes from Snapchat. The founders were all together at Snapchat running different verticals there where they interacted. So the idea is a social network that supports commerce, because they saw how people were turning other social networks into centers of commerce based around things like hobbies and the trust that is just mutually built in social networks. So whether that was a Facebook group turning into a buy-sell trade or a Discord channel for it, and they thought, how can we actually make one that's built for that so people aren't having to bootstrap and also can have trusted transactions without worrying about how they paid or, scammers slipping through. You love the fast reveals. Who do you know at the U.S. Postal Service that can talk to us on that? Help me help you. Make an introduction. I will knock their door down to get it. There is one other site I've seen that has ESE tracking, but they don't have ESE insurance, which is the other thing that, really, that's all the ESE. That's really the power of the ESE is the paid insurance. And the reason you need that is because you aren't dealing with trusted parties on eBay. It's just a transaction site. So far, you can ship PWE all you like. Please, Slinky, are you in the app or are you on desktop? On the app, you can hide chat. Okay, on the web, go put that in the Discord. But on the app, you can hide the chat now. So first off, I'd argue, as somebody that uses it, as somebody that used it this week, does the tracking prove it was delivered? In ISO, we actually have a mark as delivered button so that your trusted consumer from your trusted marketplace can click that and close the transaction on you as a seller. Successfully close, I should say. It's not perfect. I don't know that any system will ever be perfect. Risk Advisor, swipe right. I believe that's... And also, thank you for telling us what you think of us. Cool Cards and Fire Yankees PC just joined. That's the fun part. You don't. So, but look, I'm not trying to just shut y'all down and say, oh, we don't need ESE. If you can get me somebody that could enact an ESE type integration easily, I'm all ears. But I will say we're trying to do everything we can to support marketplaces building however they want and offering however they want. Really, what I would like more than, tell me if I'm crazy here. Well, Risk Advisor can't say it because they hit the chat already. Just teasing you, EW. Which is more important to you? Having ESE tracked in the sense of like eBay ESE, which is technically not tracked. It's tracked at the sorting location level. Oh, we can do the stack now. Stack it up back into one. Swiping didn't work. You swipe this way, right? Like swipe, like hold swipe it. You're gone now for me. Is it just a seller? Maybe it's just a streamer side thing. Sorry if so. Go jump in the Discord and complain. Changes only happen, I will say. We do a lot of changes, but they only get prioritized when a lot of you tell us, because we have a lot of you telling us a lot of other things. So if you have things to say, go say them in the ISO Discord, which you can find, if you don't already know, you can find from the marketplace page. Simply because I promise you there are a lot of you telling us a lot of things, and that's how we prioritize stuff. So we have to hear a lot of you saying, hey, I really need to hide the chat. Ivan told us that he can hide the chat and we can't. I'd be okay with that. And it means so much more. I try to advocate as much as I can for y'all, but again, the problem becomes they hear my voice advocating 12 times a single day. So my voice doesn't quite have the power sometimes as if 12 of you went and said the same thing in Discord. It's really funny. Working in tech, we love complaints. Complaints are great. Gripes are great because they tell us, A, you're using us. You're using the site. B, as I was getting to with my poll that I still haven't concluded, we're building for you, not for us. This is not, or at least we're trying our hardest to keep it from being what's called opinionated software, which means like we're building it, we think this is the way it should go, and you're going to have to conform. Nice. I don't even know which problem that was. That's how many problems we have. No, that's how much we solve. That's how much we try to be available. Glad to hear it. Thanks, Lunchbox Special. But yeah, so let me ask you this. So if we had to choose, this is a fun thing they always say to me, hey, which of these two features would you rather have? If you had to choose between the shipped with tracking ESE or the ability at least to offer different shipping levels. Whoa, red, got a peek at red. Risk Advisor, I'll touch on a component of that in a second, which is another reason why I don't think ISO will ever go the way of the app that somebody else brought up or the website somebody else brought up, or I saw someone else tweet another website soon. But yeah, so which would you rather have? Let's answer this one conversation at a time. Would you rather have the semi-sorting tract delivered ESE version, or would you rather simply have the ability to say, hey, if you want this sent PWE, you can pay $1. If you want it sent BM, if you want it sent with tracking, you can pay $4. Which of those two would you rather have? Please, some people answer that question in chat. Okay, I think that red is gonna be in this top stack here. Hey, there we go. Our first clay court, somewhat notable name. Chalupa Batman would rather have shipping options. Risk Advisor would rather. So Risk Advisor, I'm interpreting that as shipping options also, because you can technically have $1 shipping for low dollar cards right now. It's just that you can't toggle between the two. Okay, cool. Gummer also says shipping options. Card King Rob. Hey, Card King Rob. Is that your first comment tonight? I feel like I haven't seen you in here. Nice to hear from you. Choice. Okay, see? Very incredibly helpful. I don't like making it an either or situation, but it's also helpful to us to start prioritizing like, hey, well, if we can at least ship this, it's going to make a lot of people happy. There's a Halep Aces. Yeah, options from Lunchbox Special. Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of cards that sellers don't like dictating to the buyer what the buyer has to have, but then they're also afraid of doing the cheap shipping. Oh, wow, check this out. So we got some nice color back to back almost in this box, starting off with a gold wave, not yellow wave, right? Gold wave. Numbered to 50, Judy Dalton Am from Melbourne, Australia. Also inducted into the Hall of Fame as a contributor, although she had 8 Grand Slam doubles titles. So, AM. Thank you. Thank you, Bert Gummer. Judy Dalton, AM, gold wave. And then let's see what that red is. The red is not a Hall of Famer. It is a Karolina Pliskova autograph. Red. I'm assuming numbered to 5, although I was recently corrected on a different product. The reds were numbered to 99. What the heck? I got a nice one, wow, from Chalupa Batman. I'm actually going to do the old penny sleeve, and it is out of 5. Good, thank you. The old penny sleeve corner trick. There we go. Pac-Man 394 with the fire symbol. One little flyaway that kept getting on there. Got off now. Where does Karolina Pliskova rank on the hits you can get? Who has her? We'll get to that in a second. 2 of 5. Highest singles ranking ever was number 1. Turned pro in 2009. Czech Republic. Looks great. So yeah, what a good box. And our second red of the case, with the first red being a Martina Navratilova non-auto red. Charles Passerelle. Misaki Doi refractor. Jonas Bjorkman refractor. Michael Chang. Battle of the Baselines. Billie Jean King and Margaret Smith Court. So what were we talking about? We were talking about choices. Oh, hey, nobody actually went to the WTB marketplace and chatted on their second device or on another tab, go check out that chat. Oh yeah, we were going to talk about evolution. Somebody asked about getting bought. Francis Tiafu. Sabine Lisicki. Also have a text from my wife. Mid-case. Ring of Honor Parks. Roy Emerson. Butch Buckles Refractor. Got a Conchita Martinez Refractor. That's nice. Oh, I see more color in this box too. This is a good box. AM means Member of the Order of Australia. The ISO end game. Ah, it's the ISO beginning game, though. That's what's so great about it. Risk Advisor. Rod Laver. Aces. For those of you that joined late, used to play on the Rod Laver courts at USC when I was a student there, taking tennis class. Best class I ever took in my life was tennis class. Tiago Sebuth Wild. Actually, acting class was pretty good. Second year of the acting program, we had movement, and movement would have like a 20-minute nap time every single day. Very cool box. Lots of good color in that box, including this Carolina Pliskova red auto, numbered to just 5. Ooh. So far, 3 top-loaded immediately hits from the case. Card King Rob. Hey, I see you, Rob. Test. Nice. What is up, Rob? Yeah, end game. Well, let me say beginning game. So one thing you may have noticed, at least this is why, this is another way we're different. And I know this might not make everybody in the hobby happy, but we are not a hobby app. When I say hobby app, I mean sports card collecting. Love that on-card autos can be as big as they want to. Makes it look so nice. I agree, Harrison MVH. So you know that I am full-time with ISO, handling the sports card and collectibles categories as the community lead. Or if you didn't know, now you know. So that's everything from seller support on an auction, like Lunchbox Special mentioned happened earlier this week. You know, oh, I put in the wrong title, but it got a bid. How do I fix that? How do I let the person know? My picture is backwards. 2, hey, Eloy, when are you going to join us? And when I say join us, it's not just like bring your breaks over. It's no, hey, man, I'd love to help support building a community on ISO. Colt, we got to grow some more before we can hire some more. That's the point. Because right now, there's also a me at ISO in the fashion category. Fashion and lifestyle, actually. She's helped expand even beyond that. So ISO, again, it's not supposed to be this sports card app. It's supposed to be a community building engine. It's supposed to integrate with socials everywhere. So we have unique selling systems that no one else has, like Instagram magic comments. Got the middle-aged dad fashion on lock. Let's do it. So things like you can click one button to share your item to Instagram in a way that is claimable directly on Instagram, which is powerful because Instagram doesn't allow links in posts. So using magic comments, you can actually create a link to checkout for your customers without having a link in the post and without being subject to Instagram at some point deciding, hey, sports cards are not allowed on our platform, or the actual Instagram shop, or we're shutting down your shop because you typed the word breaks and we don't approve that. So that's just one of many. Also the live streams. This live stream right now is being simulcast to YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. So I can reach all of my audiences at once. So it's a great engine for building up that community. Well, that's not just a sports card thing. That's a fashion thing. That's a coins thing. That's a toys thing. That's a, honestly, it could be for your your neighbor who has Tupperware parties, you know? Like, why couldn't they use this engine to support that? It could even be for your neighborhood Buy Nothing group. We had one guy come on a, how did we, on the background? Well, Bert, funny thing about that, that's a payment processor issue currently. But yes, you get us a big enough community, we can discuss alternative options. I don't know. But yes, in theory, we would not be the, the police of such things. We would be, as long as it's legal, in theory. But yeah, so that's the idea. So that's why I said, people are like, oh, well, oh, you're trying to take on whatnot. Well, no, not really. We're trying to create a commerce community blend, unlike anything else that's out there. A place where your community can go and have trust in you and have trust in the members that you allow to sell. Because remember, you're allowed, if you create a marketplace, you're allowed to build other sellers inside your marketplace, which is another feature that nowhere else has. And that's another reason why you say, oh, well, would you sell to these people? Well, do they want that? Do they want to actually empower you to build a marketplace? Every other site that's out there, this is where y'all should be hitting hearts on the screen, except that I know you can't on ISO. Can we get that feature? I want that little hearts feature. Every other marketplace out there. And this is why I left my day job and said, how do I help you guys grow? How do I help bring this to people? Every other marketplace out there is the marketplace. And what that means is you are just a seller. You are just a profile on their marketplace. ISO allows those of you who wish to build a community or build a marketplace to do so. Now, not everybody wants that. I get that. A lot of people just want to sell. Well, great. So find a community like Midwest Box Breaks where they are going to help drive traffic for you. They're going to support you with trust. They're going to back you up with buyer protection and seller protection. Find that if all you want to do is list cards for sale and be transactional, but you're still a good person, you're still a good supporter of the community, then find one. But if on the other hand, you're somebody who loves bringing people together, somebody who has a voice that's recognized, maybe you want to spin up that place for those other people to sell trustedly. Well, you can do that on ISO. You can create a marketplace like how Doug DeMuro did. He was a popular YouTuber. He created his own version of eBay to take on eBay Motors because he was a big car guy, and recently got almost 40 million in Series A funding. Elise Mertens. I feel like we haven't seen many of her base cards, unless I'm missing it. We just got Risk Advisor. Drop that in the Discord. It's one of those things that almost anything that you say, could we do? We could. It's all a matter of prioritization. Which integrations we build first are a matter of how many people ask for. So put it in the Discord and then tell your friends, hey, do you guys want this? Go comment on it. You give us discourse around what you want us to build, and you will see it built. Talk to Buck City Breaks. Talk to Midwest Box Breaks, Ben. Talk to Union Breakers and see, as our largest marketplaces so far, what they've asked for and how quickly we've gotten it for them. Can't always guarantee it'll be tomorrow, but basically, we have this list of things that we are building, and it just gets prioritized based on how much conversation we see around it. So yeah, we can do that. The question is when, how much demand is there for it? Which item, if we built today, would lead to you using the site more? Because that's what we need those things that help tip the scales for your userness, which is why I also say keep complaining. Give us complaints. It tells us that you use it. Look at that. Billie Jean King Sparkle Refractor. Lunchbox Special. There is not currently a active, I would say, toy dedicated marketplace. Billie Jean King number 2 out of 125. Can you imagine if it was number 1? We were one off. One of the all-time greatest tennis players and also pioneers. of tennis. I feel like that should, well, Sampras didn't then. If Sampras number to 70 didn't get immediately top loaded, then we can get by with that in a penny sleeve for a minute. Risk Advisor, didn't you already get approved in the MBB marketplace as a seller? Pretty sure you're approved. Hit me up in DMs if, after the fact, or hit me up now and I'll respond after the fact. Yes, but 0 listings. Well, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it is a little tough. I mean, again, sorry, I'm moving all the cards. Can y'all still hear me? This is a good test. Can y'all still hear me while I'm moving the stacks of cards? How far does this microphone go? Yeah, so there's features, and then there's like, I don't know. Now I'm trying to do a quick pre-sort because I want to move this stack, but I want to keep a few of those cards. Man, this was a great case already for Navratilova and for Sampras. 2 of the best names. Yeah, so thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Tried to win BJK for my daughter, but it didn't happen. Good luck to whoever won that spot. Bert Gummer, yes. Yes, you could still hear me. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so we got 3 boxes left. We are cooking through this. Honestly, maybe it's because of all the Star Wars that I've ripped lately, the 8-box cases, but I feel like this is a really great case and can't believe we still have 3 boxes left. That would have been a great case if we were done today. I hear footsteps. I think it might be the wife that texted me earlier and didn't get a response. Oh, I forgot I could have used my iPad to respond to her, I guess. We'll see what happens next. Yeah, so DM me if you have additional questions. But again, that's the vision. That's why this was so different for me from everything else that's out there. Is the idea that, again, like, you don't see eBay wanting to do this, wanting to split their revenue with the sellers, with the marketplace, like wanting to allow sellers to make a marketplace and get a portion of the fees in order to really support a community and build a community and be able to scale. No, they want to own, they want to have everything. They want to own everything. And these guys sat down and spoke to me passionately about community and how intriguing it was and how they wanted to do something different. And I'm like, yeah, let's bet on community. I thought we'd be done by midnight Central Time, but then I guess I also forgot that there was 12 boxes, not 8 boxes. And we got that late start because of that tech glitch. Greatest program ever. And I was late because of a tech glitch. Sorry. Yeah, it all has its ups and downs. And that's why I say, yeah, I've still got listings that are on eBay. I've spoken a few times in here about how Tops Now cards, the base ones, well, that promoted listings feature, it's hard to beat. Okay. There is a purple wave right there. Spoiler alert. Christina McHale, Refractor. Max Purcell, Roy Emerson, Katie McNally. Billie Jean King, Aces. J Pike. Check out that spot. Michael Stitch. Rose Casals. Alexander Bublik, Refractor. I think I mentioned before, number 1 in Kazakhstan, right? Jim Courier, Refractor. Harold Mayotte, Gigi Fernandez. We got a Noah Aces. Man, that ripping must have slowed everything down. Chat just died. Chat died. Sorry, guys. What do y'all want to chat about? We can talk about that next. Elise Martin's refractor. What is the next subject up for debate and or discussion? Chang, Misaka Doi. Another Ivanovich. This time the clay refractor. Coco Gauff base. Risk Advisor had the Pliskova. Oh, I forgot to check that out. Should the A's owners be forced to sell? I asked a similar question. I asked who was at fault. Got a Brad Parks. That's the purple wave, 199. Clay looks like Memorial Day camo. No? Yeah, it kind of does. Maybe it looks more like the Ben Baller texture. Do I think there will be more Topps tennis, or is this a one-off? Well, didn't they announce a long-term deal with him? D. Thomas just joined. What's up, D. Thomas? Bollettieri, Rings of Honor. Guillermo Canas. There we go. Got the third Martina Trevisan auto. Martina Trevisan auto. Numbered to 50. It is number 34 of 50 of the Italian, with a highest singles ranking of 66 and a highest doubles ranking of 138 in her 14 years pro. So congrats to the, let's see who had the third Martina spot, because there are 3 Martinas in the product. There's Navratilova, there is Hingis, there is Trevisan, which is Max. Max, you watching? Still in here? We're just waiting for the mail day. Battle of the baselines. Looks like Navratilova and young Chris Evert. I guess technically young Navratilova as well, from today's standpoint. Querten Aces. Monique Kalkman Vandenbosch refractor. Billie Jean King, Conchita Martinez. Got a Billie Jean King Rings of Honor. All right, 2 boxes left to go. So far we have hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 autos. So from what I've been hearing, we may have 1 auto left. We also may not. It's not even May anymore, it's June. If we did not, I'd say we did okay, hitting a red out of 5 and an orange out of 25. If we do, I hope it's a superfractor. Hey, Risk Advisor's right there. What's up, Facebook user? Who's watching on Facebook today? This is, oh, I see orange. I see orange peeking out of the bottom of this box. We hit an orange non-auto and an orange auto already, so that feels like a bonus. Sparty, what's up, Sparty? How you doing, my neighbor? I'm in your time zone again, man. Got to make it down to Kansas City to catch up again. Someone from Hobby Twitter that I got to meet in person while I was in Kansas City actually I was in Omaha when I lived in LA. A lot of times pre-COVID, I would actually take Spirit Airlines and fly to Kansas City and rent a car, because that would be a cheaper way to have a car on my trips home. And it would be cheaper flying. So it'd be cheaper to get a car in-fly spirit than it would be just to fly to Omaha. And so Sparty and I met up in Kansas City during one of those trips. ROH. Which ones are, oh, Rings of Honor? Yeah, so that's nice. And so far I've noticed there hasn't been too much duplication, it's felt like, on those. Oh, you know what spot we're still rooting for? We still need an Emma Raducanu auto, don't we? I need to explain to my wife that if she wants to text me, she needs to go on ISO, join the chat. Any Gauff parallels? Not yet. We have not hit a Gauff parallel nor refractor. Annette Contaviette. Taylor Preston refractor. Pat Rafter refractor. So again, feel like we're hitting a new run of names here. There's a Demonor. Edberg, aces. Laszlo Deer, refractor. Rod Laver, Rings of Honor. Annette Contaviette, clay baselines parallel. Battle of the Baselines, looks like Sampras going up against Jim Courier. Looks like, because it is. Yeah, the Martina one, probably kicking yourself, but it was the same person actually won. No, wait. No, actually Martina and Gauff were different. So, yeah. I was going to say that sometimes one covers the other. Unfortunately, that's not the case here yet. We're still rooting for that to happen. Judy Dalton AM. All right, we got a purple wave coming up. Juan Ignacio Londero. Yeah, Taylor Preston's had a good case. I believe there was a colored card. There was definitely a refractor. We just hit the refractor. And then the auto. Aces of Tracy Austin. All right, remember there was an orange in this next stack, along with the purple of Lin Zhu. That's cool, Bert. Yeah, Sampras, I used to work at Houston's in Century City, and Sampras would come in there pretty regularly. Rajiv Ram refractor, and let's see who this orange is. Looks like a big wheel. Orange auto of Brad Parks. Nice. So our second orange auto, and we hit a red auto. Yeah, this is their first issue in a few years outside of Transcendent and that one set that they did, the International Tennis Hall of Fame set that everybody wanted for Federer at the time, but then turned out to be Naomi Osaka's rookie card / only card, almost. Well, no, because Transcendent has her now, but at the time it was her only card. Brad Parks. That is going to Todd. Congrats, Todd. $5 spot, orange numbered to 25 auto. I think he'll be happy when he sees that. Very cool. All right, one more box to hit the Superfractor in. I unfortunately have had bad luck calling that my last couple breaks. Hopefully this last box can break the streak of last boxes that we've had. But as we get into the last box, it's a little unfair because we still have 8% of the rip to go. But just like they do in the NBA, in professional hockey, at the Super Bowl, let's go ahead and rank this. It's almost like voting for the MVP, but rank this case 1 to 10. How do we feel this case was 1 to 10 so far? I'll try to skew the odds in our favor a little bit by reminding you we hit a red number to 5, Martina Navratilova Rings of Honor, as well as a red number to 5, Plosevic auto. 2 orange number to 25 autos, one of Brad Parks, one of Donald Bell, both Tennis Hall of Famers. A refractor auto number to 50 of young star Taylor Preston. 9, 10. Diablo fixed their servers, thank God. I don't have to listen to Ivan anymore, right? No. Kentucky card guy for my spots, -2. Oh, I feel you. Which spots did you have? I missed that in the opening salvo. Maybe 9.5 since no Gauff parallels. Yeah, it does kind of stink. No Gauff parallels yet. And no Emma Raducanu auto. Yes, the baselines. I'm sorry, but it's really tough to random 12 different things live at midnight plus. So usually, like with my Star Wars, when we had those, I just random them during the sorting process. If that's an absolute issue, I can make sure that I keep them separate. It'll actually be a little easier than the Star Wars ones, and do that as a live. Education alone was a 10. No, Mikhail Pernfors is not on this checklist, believe it or not, because based on both the depth and shallowness, depending on how you look at it, of this checklist, it actually would not surprise me if you pulled a random Swedish player from the 80s out of your back pocket and it was on this checklist. So, give me your feedback. Speak now or forever hold your peace on if you really need me to do a random live sometime later this week during sorting for those baselines. You can hear the exhaustion in my voice, but I will do it for all of y'all. If that's what is required of me. Just tell me. And don't worry, Risk Advisor, as much as I do value his voice, is not the only voice. If you disagree, feel free to chime in. Battle of the Baselines, Margaret Smith Court and Chris Everett. Rafter Aces. We need a super. Daniela Hontichova. Ring of Honor Smith Court. Rings of Honor. Refractor Katie Volnietz. Aces Coco Gauff. I feel like that might have been our third aces of her. Only a little bit of hopefulness and hopium for that spot. All right, we got a Helena Sukova. Not feeling good about this last box's chances. Getting down to the wire. Told you I have not the best luck with last boxes, as weird as that seems. Evgeny Kavalnikov, since we know that it's all random, and especially with however I randomly pull them out, there's no way that it can be consistent, right? It's all just random. How does this happen randomly every time? Then we pull a dual. So if you had the Kavalnikov spot, this last box delivered for you. Got a number to 99 and a number to 75. So if you were complaining 2 minutes ago, which none of you really were, the Kentucky card guy was, but he knows I love him, so it's not even complaining. Jim Courier, Aqua, is that 150? Yeah, 13 out of 150. So those are 3 colored cards. So if we hit anything else in this last little stack, it will be a bit of a miracle. Oh, Martina Hingis refractor. It's nice for the Martina Hingis spot. Ram Aces. Charles Passerelle, Clay, and no refractor. We ended with the third Martina, refractor, no superfractor. Ooh. All right. Well, sorry. I hate that the last box had that feel to it, but I do think that this case was pretty awesome overall. It should definitely be considered awesome for the price point, if I can go so far as to say so myself. All right, so let me do that organization. Let me hear that Tootsie Roll. Song has been stuck in my head for forever as a child of the 90s. All right, so we're just going to do the highlights of the highlights. I do Risk Advisor. I've gotten at least decent enough about this that I have that system in place. So our very first numbered card was also an indication of what was heavy in the box, which was Martina Navratilova, numbered to 199, Purple Wave. We also hit a Billie Jean King Speckle Refractor, numbered to 125. One of our lower numbered refractors, Gold Wave Judy Dalton AM, numbered to 50. We hit a Pete Sampras Blue, numbered to 99. And then a tennis ball match, Pete Sampras Green, which I think is just fantastic looking, numbered to 75. Hey, earlier we gave Topps a little bit of negativity, but hey, that's a great photo choice. I do love this Pete Sampras card and the look of it. For Anna Ivanovic spots, numbered to just 25. We hit a Martina Trevezan auto, numbered to 50. A Suwai Sai auto, numbered to 50. A Taylor Preston prodigy, just 17 years old, number 1 of 50. Then we hit a number to 25 Brad Parks auto, International Tennis Hall of Fame. We had a number to 25 Donald Dell auto, International Tennis Hall of Fame. That was 25 of 25. We hit a Karolina Pliskova red auto, numbered to just 5. And we hit a Martina Navratilova Rings of Honor, numbered to 5 for the Martina Navratilova spot. All right. Awesome sauce. Hey, I got to get right to sorting. So thank you, everybody. Just a reminder, make sure that you check out the profile for Midwest Box Breaks Marketplace and join the Discord for Break Club. They actually post deals if you're a Discord member. And if you're a Break Club member, you get like discounts on boxes and things. Sort of pays for itself over time if you're the person that's buying boxes anyways. And I do have a soccer break running too. So if you're into soccer, make sure that you check that out. You can DM me for the link or go to the soccer marketplace for that. So, all right. Thank you, everybody.